Southern Hemisphere winter is Tahiti time. The original Code Red swell at Teahupo'o in August 2011 created a spectacle of raw oceanic power that sent shockwaves across the surfing universe and beyond. On July 13th, 2022, it happened again.
So a really big swell from a really big storm. Was one that initially looked like solid, very solid, but not necessarily giant like it ended up being. So kind of Sunday and into Monday, as we were watching that thing, seeing these passes come through, seeing the storm actually take a little bit better track than we initially thought it was going to do. All those things added up, and you're like, okay, this thing is super legit. I wasn't thinking Code Red at that point, necessarily meaning as big as the August 2011 swell, but we kept seeing these crazy passes come through, these satellite passes showing huge seas that were way above what the model was saying. I was like, okay, we're creeping into that range. It ended up being a Code Red type of situation again too. We call it Code Red 2, meaning local authorities actually shut down the marinas, the harbors. We're finding people trying to get out to the break. There were a lot of jet skis out in the water, but there were no boats that made it out. And the biggest swell we've seen in 10 years.
Fourteen feet, 18 seconds. During the night, it's like 19 seconds. I don't know. I had never seen a forecast as big as that. I feel like it's gonna be something crazy, like we never seen before.
Good morning. Now it's 1:30. I just arrived here in Teahupo'o. So I think we pretty much will be just told tomorrow. So just getting ready.
And at dawn, it showed. Raw and ragged, the giant swell unloaded across the reef at Teahupo'o, daring anyone to tackle it.
The biggest wave ever seen from the beach here. It was like, I don't know. I don't know what size it was, but it was around 10 meters more. More than 10 meters, I think. I never seen that.
So let's go.
Crazy. Yeah, we go.
We go now?
Now.
That was for sure one of the heaviest turbo I've ever seen, and there was a lot of police that were at the marina and outside telling us not to go, and I understand it was Code Red, but we wait for this day our whole life. Maybe we're only gonna live days like this a few times in our lifetime, so yeah, I still went out and got a few waves, and then I told my friend too in some big waves, and it was a crazy day. My friend Manutea from Teahupo'o, a local boy, I told him first wave in the morning, we were the first one out. I asked him if he wanted to go. I had the board and everything for him, and he was like, "Okay, let's go." That was his first time towing, and then that wave came, it was 20 foot, and I told him, "Hey, you want this one?" And he was like, "Let's go." And then I told him, and then it was so big, it was so scary for me putting my friend in such a big wave, no one was out. We had to rescue him, bring him at the house, now he's all good. No one else got hurt yesterday. That's the most important, everyone going home safe.
It was crazy. I felt like I was going to fail 4 times on that wave, but I made it till the end, and then at the end I poked my nose because the wave was bending so hard I wasn't watching in front of me, I was just looking at my nose the whole ride. It felt crazy. The wipeout was pretty nuts too.
The vibe was pretty intense. Actually, when we started the day we started with a huge accident. The local just cut their face, but it was okay. So after that, we just realized it was huge and dangerous. So we just planned our best to be safe and to get the good waves.
It'll be the biggest choco ever this afternoon. Let's see what happens. Nothing but love. Live from the channel, from Billy Kemper and all the local boys in Tahiti. Massive thanks to everyone in Tahiti for allowing us to ride the most beautiful, heaviest wave on earth.
Grace. What the f*** got like Grace? Shit. What the f***?
Only about a dozen waves were ridden over the course of the day. Most ended in carnage. A few were made. But this was a session over a decade in the making. In 2011, most of the surfers were little kids gaping at the original Code Red swell. They grew up in the shadow of its legend. This was their chance to make their own.